Eye problems can either be a refractive case or a pathological case. In other words, your eye problem could either be caused by refractive errors or a disease that is pathology. But in this video, we are going to focus on refractive errors. By the way, my name is Dr. Fee. As you already know, I am always bringing you relevant and accurate eye care tips, helping you know more about your eye health and helping you see your very best today, tomorrow, and in the nearest future. If you are new here and you would like to learn more about your eye health, kindly click on the subscribers button and turn on your notification button so you don't miss out on any of our educational videos. If you're already a subscriber, then you are part of us and you can always comment your observation, ask questions, and as well, let me know on any aspect of eye care you would like us to talk about. You can also check out our pages on other social media platforms. So let's go there. So in a common language, these are the refractive errors. This is nearsightedness, farsightedness, astigmatism, and this is presbyopia. This is not actually a refractive error. This is mainly due to aging, but we are going to come back to this. Let me say this is old eye. So some other people may say this is nearsightedness. They can call it short sightedness. Far sightedness, they can call it long sightedness. So take note of it. But scientifically, this is myopia. Myopia. And this is hyperopia. But we are going to focus on these two. We are going to focus on number one and number two because I want us to do a kind of comparison. We want to compare the two. Then we can talk about this and this in our subsequent video. In image formation, light is involved. So whenever you see an object, just bear in mind that light from that object enters your eyes. And the light passes through the pupil, the diaphragm, the cornea. All these are involved in light collection because this is the front part of your eye that you can see. Now, this part of the eyes are considered because they are involved in the collection and concentration of the light coming from the object that you are seeing. A lot of processes take place and they take place as fast as possible in microseconds. So even if you don't believe the process, you are right. But on the other hand, you are wrong because that is the fact. These processes take place as fast as possible, faster than you can imagine. Now, on a normal day, light entering the eyes goes through this first part of the eyes. Then this is the crystalline lens. Just like the lens, the artificial lens you see, your eyes has its own natural lens, which we call the crystalline lens. These lenses help to collect light and make sure they are focused on the right spot at the retina area. This is the retina. So this lens will help to converge this light at the right spot for image formation. When this image is formed at the retina, a message is sent to your brain to tell you what the object is all about. This process or processes takes place within microseconds. So it takes place in such a way that you might not believe it, but that is just the fact. All things being equal, light coming from an object or from anywhere entering the eye is supposed to be focused on the right spot, a very sensitive spot on the retina. But in the case of nearsightedness or short-sightedness or myopia, this light coming from an object or infinity or from anywhere entering the eye, it will pass through the pupil, the diaphragm, the cornea, which are involved in collection and concentration of light. Then the lens itself, the crystalline lens, which is the natural lens, will help to convert this light. But instead of this light coming to focus on the right spot or a sensitive spot on the retina, this light is coming to focus in front of the retina. And this is what it simply means for someone to be myopic. This light is focused in front of the retina, rather on a sensitive spot on the retina. Now, to define nearsightedness or myopia in a very simple term, it is a type of refractive error in which light coming from an object is focused in front of the retina instead of focusing on a very sensitive part of the retina. If you're with me and if you look at this name carefully, or the other name, short-sightedness, if you look at it carefully, you will agree with me that people with this kind of eye problem, they can see things near them clearly. They don't have problem with seeing things or people around them. The only time they have problem is when they want to look at something far away, something at a distance, or when they want to identify someone far away from them. So one of the problems people with nearsightedness or short-sightedness or myopia have is that they cannot identify an object or a person from afar. They have blurry vision when looking at someone or an object at far. So one of the problems here is blurry vision at distance. Another problem they have is this. When they try to identify someone or an object at far, they stress their eyes so much, which will definitely result to what we call eye strain. Another problem is this. They try to close down their eyes a bit, trying to identify an object or a person at far. Something like eye shutting. Do you have anyone or have you experienced any of this? Let us know in the comment section. Myopia is completely a refractive case. So if someone is myopic or someone is nearsighted, what do we do to help the person? It's very simple. One of the ways is by prescribing corrective lenses. Another way is by use of what? Contact lenses. Another way, by surgery. Most importantly, the corrective lenses used in correction of myopia are mostly minus lenses. Okay, this is the second refractive error we want to talk about today. This is called far-sightedness, long-sightedness, or scientifically you can say this is my hyperopia. In this case, light coming from an object or infinity enters the eye. It goes through the pupil, the TFM, the cornea, which also help in shaping the light into focus. Then this light goes to the crystalline lens, which also does a wonderful job converging the light to a focus on the retina. But in the case of farsightedness, the light that is supposed to be focused on the sensitive part of the retina where images are formed is focused behind. Instead of the light being focused on this sensitive part of the retina, the light is focused behind. Remember, In the case of myopia, the light is focused in front of the retina, but now it is focused behind. So in a simple language, you can say farsightedness, long-sightedness, or hyperopia can be defined as a type of refractive error in which light coming into the eyes is focused behind the retina instead of the sensitive spot on the retina where images are formed. Now, from this, you can compare myopia and hyperopia in the sense that the light is focused in front of the retina in myopia and it is focused behind in the case of hyperopia. If you are with me to this point, from the name farsightedness or long-sightedness or scientifically hyperopia, you will believe or you will agree with me that this kind of eye problem or refractive error means that the person can see something far away or at a distance clearly. But when looking at something within, there is a problem. Remember, in the case of myopia or nearsightedness, the person can see things within clearly. But when it comes to distant vision, there is a problem. But in this case, the person can see something far away clearly, but when it comes to near vision, there is a problem. So, in a situation like this, someone that has hyperopia or someone that is far-sighted, one of the problems they have is that they have blurry of vision at near. Remember, in the case of myopia, the blurry of vision is at far. Now, another problem here is that they have asthenopia, which is also the same thing we talked about in myopia. That is eye strain in a common language. Someone with hyperopia or someone that is far-sighted can also have what we call tired, tired eyes, or let's say fatigue. They can also have headache in some cases as a result of trying everything possible to see something at near. So when it comes to treatment or management of farsightedness or hyperopia, the first on the list is always prescribing corrective lenses. Corrective lenses. Secondly, you can go for contact lenses. And thirdly, you can talk about surgery, which is almost the same thing in myopia. Number 1, 2, 3. Most importantly, the lenses prescribed in the correction of hyperopia or farsightedness is mostly plus lenses. Nearsightedness or myopia. Vision is very clear at near, but at far, it is blurry. In farsightedness, vision is very clear at far, but at near, it is blurry. Now, no level of refractive error should be ignored. No matter the level of refractive error, do the right thing at the right time so that you can always get the right result. In nearsightedness, correction is usually by minus lenses, while in farsightedness, correction is usually by plus lenses. Now, if you have to go for contact lenses, you also have to bear in mind that contact lenses requires a lot of care. Ensure that you take your personal and general hygiene as your serious business before you go for contact lenses. Even with corrective lenses, you also need a lot of care. Once again, my name is Dr.